All right, let's talk about one of the biggest, if not the biggest, profit levers you have in the digital product world, pricing. Today, we're going to unpack how to strategically price your private label rights or PLR products. And believe me, when this is done right, it's the difference between making a few extra bucks and building a really serious income stream. So, how do we do it? Let's get into it.
Okay, so picture this. You found a great PLR product. You paid, I don't know, maybe 15, maybe 17 bucks for it. The huge question is, what now, right? Do you just slap a few dollars on top and sell it for 20? I mean, it seems logical, but this is the exact spot where so many resellers get tripped up and leave a ton of money on the table. But what if I told you that with the right strategy, you could be looking at profit margins of 80 to 100%? Seriously, that's not a typo, it's not an exaggeration, it's genuinely what the most successful sellers are achieving. So let's break down exactly how they're pulling that off.
So what's the secret sauce here? Why does this specific business model offer such crazy high returns? Well, it all starts with really understanding the fundamentals of what PLR actually is.
So for anyone who's new to this, PLR stands for private label rights. Honestly, the best way to think of it is as a business in a box. You get these pre-made digital products, things like planners or templates, and, crucially, the legal permission to change them, put your own name and branding on them, and sell them as if you made them from scratch. It's truly one of the fastest ways to launch an online business.
And this, right here, this is why the profit margins can be so incredible. First off, your initial cost is tiny, sometimes as low as $10. And since it's all digital, there's zero manufacturing or shipping costs. But the best part? You can sell that same exact asset over and over and over again, infinitely. It's a perfect engine for building passive income.
Okay, now we are at the absolute core idea of this entire explainer. If you only remember one thing from our chat today, please make it this. To really truly unlock those crazy high profit margins, you have to completely shift your mindset about how you price your products.
Let this sink in for just a second. Your price has almost nothing to do with that $10 or $20 you spent. It has everything to do with the value and the solution you're giving someone. See, your customer isn't just buying a digital file. They're buying a transformation. They're buying a result.
Let's look at this side by side because it makes it super clear. Pricing based on your cost, well, that keeps you trapped. It's a cycle of low prices and tiny profits where you're just trying to be the cheapest option out there. But when you price based on the value to your buyer, the return on their investment, you position yourself as the solution. And that lets you command premium prices and maximize every single sale you make.
So, you might be asking, where does this value come from? It comes from you. That's the magic. The time you spend rebranding it, the effort you put into editing, the design, and the clever way you position it for a very specific audience, that is what creates the value. That's what justifies a much, much higher price.
Okay, so the mindset is set. We get it. Now, let's get practical. We're talking actionable strategies you can put into your toolkit and literally use today.
Here are 3 models that just plain work. First up, tiered pricing. This is where you might offer a basic version, a premium one with extra templates, and maybe an exclusive version that includes, say, a coaching call. This is awesome because it lets you serve customers with different budgets. Second is bundling, which is a fantastic way to boost your average order value. Just combine a few products into one high-value package. And third, scarcity. You can use things like limited-time launch offers to create a sense of urgency, which gets people to buy faster.
And hey, here's a quick little psychological tip that really works. It's called charm pricing. For whatever reason, prices that end in a 7, like $27 or $47, are just perceived as a better deal than a round number, like 30 or 50. It just feels more specific and more value-driven to the buyer. It's a small change, but it makes a difference.
Now check this out. This is where it all comes together in the real world. A beginner might buy a PLR for 15 bucks and sell it for 29. After 20 sales, that's $580 in revenue. Not bad at all. But an advanced reseller, they take a $49 bundle, add bonuses, create amazing branding, and sell it for $79. After those same 20 sales, that's over $1,500. Same number of sales, nearly triple the revenue. That is the power of value-based pricing.
Of course, knowing what to do is only half the battle. Let's really quickly run through the most common profit-killing mistakes so you can sidestep them completely.
Yeah, we've talked about this, but it is so important we have to say it again. The single biggest mistake is pricing emotionally based on your low cost.
It's the absolute fastest way to undervalue your product and, frankly, your own work.
Second big mistake is ignoring the value of your own time and creativity. Come on, every minute you spend improving that product, changing the fonts, adding new worksheets, creating better mockups, that adds real, tangible value that should be reflected in your final price.
Mistake number 3 is a classic. You see it all the time. Just looking at what someone else is charging and copying it. The problem is you have no idea what their strategy is, what value they're offering, or if that price is even working for them. You have to price based on your unique offer.
And finally, there's the flip side of the coin. You can't just slap a $97 price tag on some generic, unedited PLR file and expect it to fly off the shelves. Premium pricing has to be earned through premium branding, added bonuses, and a clear, compelling message that totally justifies that investment for the customer.
So, we've covered the why, the how, and the what not to do. The only thing left now is to actually put it all into action. So let's finish up with your first, most profitable step.
So what do you do first? Easy. Don't overthink it. Just launch with a confident mid-range price. Something like $27 or $47 is a great starting point. Then, pay super close attention to your sales data and what your customers are saying. As you see positive results, start introducing bundles and gradually, confidently raising your prices. Your pricing should always be evolving as your product's value and reputation grow.
And I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Forget about cost for a minute. What is one single thing, a new design, a bonus checklist, a better title, that you could do right now to make your product feel twice as valuable to a potential buyer? Seriously, the answer to that question, that is the key to unlocking all your profit.